那这个吉祥词是这些祈愿文是文字是简单容易懂的。在这个念完吉祥词之后，接下来我们之后要念诵极短的极乐愿文。我们在念这些愿文的时候，应该要有非常时时刻刻要保持非常纯正的发心，这样是非常重要的。
The prayer is the fourth, of the causes for rebirth in Sukhavati.
那个之前我们讲到往生净土的4因，第4个原因就是要发愿，我们要念这个祈愿文，所以这个极短的极乐愿文就是属于往生10因的第4个，就是发愿的部分。
And so this is quite a short prayer, but it's a very famous prayer. So it's done. It's recited by very widespread and practiced by people of all traditions. And also the meaning is very simple, so no need for an explanation. So just a reading transmission of that. And it also then concludes with the mantra, and that is the mantra for the fulfillment of one's prayer.
这个极简短的这个极乐愿文呢，是虽然文字非常短，但是它是非常有名的，而且很普遍的一个祈愿文，是4大教派所共同用的一个祈愿文。在这个祈愿文之后呢，有念这个咒，这个咒是属于一个满愿的咒。
So that ends the teaching, and that concludes the teaching. But now we have some time for some questions, if there are any, and we can end with that.
所以我们对于这个法本的教授到这边算是告一段落。接下来我们还有一点时间，大家有疑问呢可以提出问题出来。
我们在诵那个大乘疏道的时候，最后不是那个化光融入观世音菩萨，然后一烧礼，这个里面没有。那我们什么时候那个观世音菩萨？因为我们本来一开始就是观想自己为观世音菩萨，那到什么地方的时候，我们才会变成一个凡夫，然后接受这个阿弥陀佛的这个红光进入到我们这里。
The question was when now the other text we use 大乐疏道，英文怎么讲？The text we practice every week now, we visualize Guan Yin and dissolve into Guan Yin. But in this particular text that we have now, there is no particular dissolution of that. So when do we do that?
가도 님발로 저기 서로와 님발로 뭐 갑시다 님발로 뭐 봐요와 디난 예스요와 님발로 저 갑수 이거는 상 방고 말에 님발로 저기 되니 손잡기요와 제가 뭐 갑수다 나랑지 아마 변하기 생소한 거 이거 같이 나이가 그러면 말에 지금에마지 나랑지 공유 데이터 가르치고 있을 때 생각 보면 대파트가서 요리 좀
So there's no like stage of dissolving in this practice. So there's this visualization when it's doing the deities and the mantras and so on. So during that time of the practice, one does that visualization. Then when that concludes, then we move on to the prayer. And when we're in the doing that prayer, we are just our ordinary self. So we stop doing that visualization. And so one doesn't have to worry about what you think about what you were doing in the previous practice or the way that was done. So one can leave that.
So in the swift path to great bliss that we practice now, there is a dissolution stage, but in so that's what we practice. So the question was, since we use this great sweet path to great bliss, there's a dissolution phase, but then in this current sadhana we don't have that. That was the question. So when do we do that? 那回答是说，在大乐树道士的里面是有消融的这个阶段，但是在我们这个新版的阿弥陀佛法本里面并没有这点。那我们就是在持咒之后安住在心的本性之中，之后呢，就直接你是以凡夫身来，很虔诚的来念那个祈愿文，然后再来做回向，并没有另外一个消融的一个阶段。
你觉得没有？
还有没有问题？你刚不是有几个问题？那个多大多近？
在那个极乐愿文最后面这边，70。说右边观世音，左边是菩萨，那时候自己是凡夫，对面还是阿弥陀佛，然后右观讲左右边又是观世音菩萨、大势至菩萨，是这样，还是这样观想。
Okay. On the page 70, the prayer to be born in Skavati, that do you visualize that in front of you there's Amitabha, and on the right side is his right side is Chiranjeev, on the left side is Vajrapani, and you are an ordinary being. Is that how you visualize?
근데 다 몰랍니다. 그리고 몰랍니다. 아주 남주 대화진도 시간을 산지 오빠는 저기 그랬습니다. 이 예소를 지내서 용서를 주진 정보를 했어요. 대야 이해를 해봤어요. 근데 이제 요를 좀 된대로서
So when it's this prayer of aspiration, you would think, well, there's Sukhavati, and in Sukhavati there is Amitabha, on his right is Avalokiteshvara, and on his left Mahastana Prapta, and so we just think that there is that place, they are there, and one does this prayer.
那么，在念诵极简短的这个极乐愿文的时候，你就是你知道在极乐净土呢，主尊是阿弥陀佛，在他右边有大悲观世音菩萨，左边有大势至菩萨，你就是这样子的理解，他们就是在极乐净土。
那我们现在要修这个程序是什么样？是先修这个，再修极乐愿文，还是先修极乐愿文再修？
程序啥是一样的，修完这个是修完这个。 练习了英文的时候，最好还是就是按照他的那个字面的要想。那时候就是跟这种华本有一点不一样，因为这个要念得蛮快的嘛，就是按照就根据他的就是字面来想一想而已。
是极乐愿文的时候念的。极乐愿文英文怎么讲？你帮我念一下。英文。
没有英文，我这本就有中文。
那边只有英文，后面只有英文。不是，那个柜子里面有英文。我必须要这种。
你问旁边他怎么不？哦，那边有一个藏文。
对，你的有个Okay. Okay. So now every week, every Sunday, we practice Amitabha, and so the procedures was that we practice this the swift path to great bliss. Then we go to the prayer, longer prayer to be born in the Dewa Chen, and then we come back to the sure sadhana to be born in Sukhavati. So that was the current procedure. The question was, when we have now that we have this new text, what's the procedure? So Dhamma's response was, it's the same. So we do this prayer first, and then when you do the prayer, you do the meditation, visualization with the prayer. Then after that, we go to this long text. But since this long text, when we recite this, the tempo was pretty fast. So you probably don't have time to visualize in detail. So what you could do is that you visualize as you read, and then go through it. Then after that, complete the prayer. 那请问是最后再回来念那个短的极乐愿文？ So so what we would do is we'll probably stop at page 68, and then switch to the long text. After this long text, come back to page 70 for the short prayer to be born in Skavati. 所以这个程序就是我们一直念到第68页，然后再转到那个极乐愿文。极乐愿文念完之后，再回来第70页的极短的极乐愿文。
自己家里修的时候。有的时候没时间念那个长的那个的时候，就直接念一下短的那个就可以了。
So if you practice at home, if you don't have enough time, then you could skip this prayer by Chamera Boche, and then just go straight to the short prayer. That it will be okay.
Number 57 and number 59. They both chant Om Amitabha. Why is that?
因为一个要观想，一个是不观想。刚刚讲了2个部分嘛，所以这里有2次的那个阿弥陀佛，就是那个。
第一次要观想，第二次不观想。
对。
So the question was in page 57. There's you recite the mantra Om Amitabha, and then in page 59 you do that again. What's the differences? So the response was, as we taught today, up to page 57, that's the visualization. That's what you do when you recite the first time you recite Om Amitabha, page 57. Then after that, you recite in a non-meditative and non-distracted state, and then you recite the second Om Amitabha. Then that time you don't necessarily do the visualization.
其实这2个阶段呢，让你知道而已，不一定你要那个后面的时候就不能观想，不是这样子，让你知道有这种2个情况，这样而已。
So in fact, the reason why there is 2 times of the mantra is that just to let you know there are 2 different situations, 2 different conditions. Doesn't necessarily mean that when you read the Om Amitabha Sadhana the second time on page 59, you cannot visualize. It's just to differentiate.
还有没有
Yeah.
？OK。
然后像我们观想阿弥陀佛在对面的时候，这个距离是一走之远还是多远？然后多大？
我也不知道。
那个好像没什么离地的那个
规定。So the question was, when we visualize Amitabha in front of us, how far away is he and how big is he? And Lama said there's no definitive way of doing it. It just depends on you. Yeah.
还有在跟你跟不是就是confirm 那个 page 62页的功能部分。2页那个轮回乙还是轮回己？
哦，那应该是物质，应该是乙吧？
乙不是己。
这个是2页边境测断轮回乙，不是轮回己。对不起，那个是打错的。这一句事实上我们跟张老师讨论了很久，就是说这个的你看中文跟英文的对照是有一点，这个就是中文翻起来是正敌乙，那以前是翻正敌乙，那很多人不懂，所以我们又回去问张老师，他就说所有的2页呢，就从边都没有了，无边的2页从边都没有了。从底都彻底没有的，所的意思就是所有的2页都彻底的清净了，这个意思。那文词上你在念的时候有可能有不太清楚，但是它的意思是这个样子的。So I was trying to explain my discussion with a Chinese interpreter who make the translator who translate this text regarding this first verse on page 62. I think that English is pretty straightforward. Chinese is a little bit tricky. The English is very straightforward. Exhaust all negative karma and empty samsara from its depth. And in Chinese, it's 2 sides. It's not just from its depth, but from the side. There's no border. There's no bound. That empty, cleanse everything.
没有的话，那念一下吧。
So if there is no more question, let's do dedication. Prayer book page 11, 第11页。
苏南的呀，当街是八年，多年年内长南当街的，觉大那西巴龙珠巴依，西北所内中华中华修，南海根当所瓦所瓦的，就个个些人瓦所瓦的，因为大世界巴所瓦的，那么当下给巴金奇罗，将巴把我其他先巴达，温度上波的阳的心田。列大滚机结束大逻辑，列瓦地大堂接热度我，上界不松也北京拉达，决定你就点北京拉达，这
贤帝内则黑鸠玛他，揭瓦贤吉巴玛学法如，耶如见内让天下东修，给给大给蒙朗大法顶，求居上界上身藏界机，给内诸巴亲吉那不受。耶呀他本扎吉呀阿瓦布达那呀梭哈。
马吼，其在庄严无量光佛和有遍尊者大悲观世音。以及左边大势至菩萨，围绕无量无边佛菩萨，殊妙安乐无量无边际，彼佛刹土名极乐世界。愿我众生此时是利己，不为转生他诸所障碍。往生必刹清净弥陀耶，路上我说明白此誓愿，悉十方一切诸佛菩萨，加持令无碍顺利达成。贝亚达本扎吉呀阿瓦